Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel. Today, I have the unfortunate job to relay two things that are ending in 2023 and early 2023 that I'm going to miss. And I think as sellers, if you use these things, just be prepared. And one case you need to look at your listings and maybe what you plan. It's shipping related. And the other is on eBay performance, some things that are being deprecated. So I'll jump into these kind of as seller alerts so you can make sure that if these are resources that you use, that you don't get in trouble by not having them, especially on one account. But we'll go over it. And before I do that, I want to say thank you. Thanks for the, hey, we're getting ready to close out 2022. It was a good year. Hopefully it's been a good year for you guys, and look forward to a bright and prosperous 2023 for everybody. So let's jump in. All right, two things I want to go over. The first is an eBay seller report, your performance, what they call your listing quality report. I've done some videos on this in the past. If you go to your My eBay section of your account, at the top there's a performance tab, and you can go in that performance tab, and there's a lot of information there. But it should be at the very top of the screen is something called, it was called a listing quality report that you could download. And it's a spreadsheet, and it would give you all kinds of metrics on, your listing impressions, your sell-through rate, and for individual items. And I've done some videos on how I was looking at that, in the past, and I noticed I had a book that had been out there for like 3.5 years and it hadn't sold, and I was like, what is going on? But it's a good tool, right? It's a tool that I've used. It's a tool that's good to maybe monthly or at least quarterly look at and see, it gives you another measure or insight to your performance, the listing quality report. Well, if you haven't gone to that tab lately, if you go to the My eBay performance tab at the top, it should give you a warning banner. It's saying that it's going to be deprecated at the end of February, like February 28th, 2023. So like 2 months from now. And I haven't seen anything that says that it's going to be replaced by anything, but it says sellers will not have access to that report anymore. And, is it integral? Do I have to have it to sell? No, I don't. But it is a tool, it's data that I would use and look at to help me understand my store, things I'm doing, give me feedback on, if I do these things, does it appear to help? It was useful information, useful data. And like we all know, data is information and information is power. And that I hope that eBay will replace that with something that, just call it something else, but improve the data or do something better. But it's going away right now at the end of February. So if you're not aware of that, here's notice. It's not going to kill your store or something, but if you're used to that data, then it is going away. The other one that I want to tell you about going away, I had mentioned in a video 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it had a user said it's on regional rate shipping and said it's going away. And I was not tracking that, and I thank you so much for that feedback and comment. But sure enough, the post office on January 22nd is going to get away from regional rate boxes and regional rate shipping. And if you're not familiar with it, it's priority mail, and it had these regional rate box. There was an A and a B. What these were really good for to me in book selling was for magazines. They were really good for like small, dense items like magazines tend to be. And when I would do the pricing, especially depending on what zone you were going through, I just shipped some today, and I had one set of magazines that I had put in a regional rate box. Regular priority shipping was like $9.65, and the regional rate was like $8. The regional rate A was like $8.60, so it saved me $1. I had another one that was going to New Hampshire from Alabama, and I don't know exactly the zones, but it was like both of these were 6 to 7 pounds. The priority mail rate for this other set of magazines I was just shipping to New Hampshire was $15, like $15.45. They would go into a regional rate box. There's two sizes. One's kind of the this shirt box, and one was more of a square box. They would actually go into a rectangular box. They were about like that. 7 pounds. The regional rate was $9.50. It actually saved me over $5, like $5.50 going with the regional rate. It's going away. January 22nd. We got like less than a month now, and that's going away. So here's the thing for me. I had planned some of my shipping on magazines based on what I was thinking could be regional rate. By the way, that 7 pound, if I went flat rate, it would go into a medium flat rate. It would go into a small, it'd go into a medium. Medium flat rate was a little cheaper than straight priority. It was $14, but still, the difference between, I was saving almost $6, $5.50 going with regional rate, and that's going away. So what do I have to do? I've got some magazine listings out there that I'm going to have to go through my listings, and I'm going to have to really check what I have for shipping, and it maybe even go, just go to like a priority mail calculated shipping on those, because, if there's a lot of magazines that I sold, they sold for $20 plus shipping. Well, if I missed that shipping by $6, then I just ate like 20 to 30% of my profit on a shipping error, right? So I'm really going to miss the regional rate. And right now I don't have a replacement for that. I'm thinking that what I'll do is I'll look at Pirate Ship, which I've mentioned in some videos in the past. Pirate Ship uses a cubic shipping, which is a little bit different. It's all about, it's dimensional weight, but there's the dimensional weight formulas versus the cubic formulas are slightly different formulas. You take the girth of the box and divide it by some number. And anyway, cubic shipping is really good also for weight, okay? If you have really dense items that are really thin. So I'm thinking that maybe Pirate Ship, using my box reducer and making sure I can get the thinnest box possible for heavier magazines, may be a better rate than just standard priority or priority flat rate, right? But it is a potential gotcha that please be aware of. If you've been using regional rate, be aware of it. I've got to understand how it impacts my magazine sales, because it's something, it's one of these pet peeves, we talk about pet peeves, but when I make a shipping mistake and it turns out to be, instead of like a $4 or $5 shipping, it turns out to be a $15 shipping, and that $10 eats into my profit, or, God forbid, I all of a sudden go negative on something because I made a $15 shipping mistake. I've done it. If you've sold for long, maybe you have too. I absolutely hate when I do that, and I don't want to do that. So anyway, it's just one of those nuances. If you are using regional rate boxes, then you just were missing out on a good thing for things that had to go priority. It had its spot. I'm going to miss that one. So those are the two things to be aware of, sellers. If they're going away January 22nd for the regional rate boxes, and February 28th for the listings quality report and the eBay performance. So anyway, hopefully you guys are, remember, see cool, buy cool, and list it so you can sell it. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye. My clicker is not clicking. That'd be like a blooper. All right, here we go. I'll do it manually.